James Charles goes off on Trisha Paytas. Before we start, I want you to hit that red subscribe button so you never miss out on any of our videos. So James Charles has hit back at Trisha Paytas' claim that he's predatory towards his close friend Charli D'Amelio. In case you missed it, Charli and Trisha are in the middle of a whole lot of drama right now. Charli has lost over 1 million followers on TikTok after a YouTube video which starred James of her complaining about not reaching 100 million followers went viral. Trisha was one of her critics and Charli clapped back at her. Speaking on Twitter, James defended Charli and referenced his own past issues with creators, Jeffree Star and Shane Dawson, ganging up on him. He tweeted, "This Charli situation is not sitting right with me. 100 million followers in 1 year and you'll expect her to know how to be a perfect role model. Death threats because she's a picky eater and made a joke about a milestone. 30-plus-year-olds dragging someone half their age. Feels familiar." Trisha then responded, "Poor parenting on your parents' end, James, for allowing you to be friends with Tati, a middle-aged woman, while you were a teen. Unfortunately, you were the victim then, but now Charli is the victim. You being friends with a minor is predatory." But wait, there's more. She followed up with another tweet, which read, "Definitely have always said no one deserves to be cancelled. Everyone has room for growth and positive influence, except for James Charles. Please cancel him. He's a forever victim with a superiority conflict, has never said sorry for his whole life and hangs out with an underage girl regularly."
Had to come back because our favorite forever victims, James Charles, subtweeted this about me, 30-plus-year-old dragging someone half their age. Hey, you young kids and kittens,
Trisha
the
also
reason why
made
you're
a TikTok video asking why James Charles is the victim in every single situation, and he clapped back. Speaking on TikTok, James ranted, "I didn't want to respond to this because I didn't want to give Trisha the attention that she's clearly craving. However, I have now been accused of being a child groomer, and this is not an accusation that I'm going to take lightly. To insinuate that the relationship between Charli and I is anything other than friendship is absolutely disgusting. I don't need Charli, and Charli does not need me. I became friends with the D'Amelio family as a whole very, very early on, because this was all very, very new to them, and I wanted to be a friend and a mentor in any way that I possibly could. And Charli and I, despite not being the same age, had one thing in common, which is coming into the spotlight at a very, very young age." James then referenced Trisha's problematic past. He continued, "This is something that Trisha has never experienced, because the only reason she is in the spotlight is because she has said racist things. She's done blackface. She offended the trans community. She offended the DID community. She said that Hitler wasn't that bad of a guy. She voted for Trump and has started a fight with about every single other creator on this platform. You are in no position to be talking about me and my career, so I highly recommend that you stop starting fights with people that are half your age. Pack it up and work on holding yourself and your best friends around you, because they and you are the problem."
I didn't want to respond to this because I didn't want to give Trisha the attention that she's clearly craving. However, I've now been accused of being a child groomer, and this is not an accusation that I'm going to take lightly. To insinuate that the relationship between Charli and I is anything other than just a friendship is absolutely disgusting. Emily, as a whole, very, very early on, because this is all very, very new to them, and I wanted to be a friend and a mentor in any way that I possibly could, and Charli and I, despite not being the same age, had one thing in common, which was coming to the spotlight at a very, very young age. This is something that Trisha has never
And this wouldn't be the first time James and Trisha have got into it. Trisha is close friends with Shane Dawson and Jeffree Star, who famously feuded with James in 2019. Trisha has since taken swipes at James, and earlier this month she called him narcissistic and sociopathic. James clapped back then, saying, "Keep my name out of your mouth. You do not know me." And that's all for today, folks. Hope you liked the video. If you did, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel so you never miss another amazing video from us.